for that very nice welcome, Mr. Beaton. As a wise man said, it is useless to hold a person to anything he says while he's in love, drunk, or standing for election. However, looking back over the claims and promises I made many months ago during my election speech for this position, and I think I've stayed relatively true to my word, following up on my promise to ensure that your voice and opinions were listened to by teachers and senior management, and also fulfilling pledges such as getting us a common room, although the majority of the credit must go to Mr. McClory for giving us the trust to have such a responsibility, something that has enhanced the enjoyment of our final year and hopefully future years to come. But this year would not have been as smooth without the help and support of my team and the rest of the year, especially Tom, Cassie, Holly, Chloe, Emily and Ian. Katie, when you bothered to turn up and weren't hungover and managed to stay focused for longer than half a second, yeah, you were kind of helpful too. But no, Katie, you were fantastic, always managing to stay positive, so you were a superb person to work alongside. Thank you both to yourself and to everyone else for your support this year. Now, hopefully all your hard work pays off, and I know there's many different destinations that we're heading off to after the summer. Each university and college has its own unique reputation, and there's a lot of questions you need answered about each institution before you finally choose your firm choice. I know at the very forefront of my mind, and I'm sure the question that you all wanted answered too, was how many students from each university or college does it take to change a light bulb? Well, to save you the trouble, I've been doing some intensive research on the issue, monitoring over 50 instances of light bulb changing at each university or college over a 6-month period. And here are the results. Edinburgh University does score pretty respectively. Turns out, for Edinburgh, only one student is required. The Edinburgh student holds the bulb, and the world revolves around him. For Glasgow University, the score is slightly higher, 76 students required on average, 1 to change the light bulb, 50 to protest the light bulb's right not to change, and 25 to hold a counter-protest. For Borders College, 10. 1 to change the light bulb, 3 to make sure he isn't using a potato, and 6 to throw a party because he didn't screw it in upside down this time. St Andrews, 5. 1 to arrange the party, 2 to coordinate the press, 1 to call the electrician, and 1 to get Daddy to pay for it all. Napier, only 1 student required, but he gets a degree in engineering from it. Highlands and Islands, 10. 1 to buy and fit the bulb, and 9 to petition the government for electricity. However, Stirling scored best, with 0 students required on average, for the simple reason that the city of Stirling looks better in the dark. Now, I know that these stereotypes are not true, and wherever you're heading off to, it is up to you to make your time there a success. Everybody here should be proud of themselves for surviving their time at Hawick, and nobody can take anything away from what you have achieved. While a lot of the credit must go to ourselves for putting in the work while at school, it is only fair to recognise, as Mr. Beaton just said, to recognise the huge contribution and support that our families provide. Speaking personally, my family were always willing to listen to me drone on about some obscure subject, be it psychology or collectivised farming in 1930s Russia, and I'm sure all the other parents and family members here provided vital help during exam time. So just make sure you acknowledge and thank them for their crucial role in your development, as they will be the people who always have your best interests at heart. On the subject of development, the last few years have been fantastic to see the progress of people in our year group, growing in confidence, character and maturity, and turning from annoying little delinquents into people you'd actually want to be friends with and are safe to be released into society. Don't worry, Aidan, you're just a slow developer, I'm sure you'll go through this stage. Looking back, there's been a lot of highlights this year, from the school's Burns Supper. On Katie, my speech on YouTube still has 337 more views than yours, but who's counting? The Christmas dances were another highlight, as was the boys versus girls hockey, even though the boys gracefully decided to let the girls win on this occasion. And even the ordinary things, such as the other good and funny times in the common room, were highlights for me. So I will miss seeing everyone during the school day. You're a fantastic group of people, and I feel proud having been your representative this year. Only you can control your future, and I look forward to finding out what you all do with your lives. We're moving into new and exciting times, perhaps the most exciting of our history, with new technology, new threats, but also new opportunities emerging each day. It's a fast-paced world, so I wish you all the very best of luck as you go out and find your place in it. Thank you.